Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are doing a rapid fire review of the Buffbunny Black Friday launch. We do have a small little launch, and then I will be going over some top picks for the sale. I'm predicting it now. I'm hoping this video is under 30 minutes. I think we can do it, even though we like to chat here. So the Buffbunny Black Friday sale, as well as these pieces dropping, will be on Friday, November 21st at 1 p.m. Central Time, and the sale will go on until December 1st at midnight Central Time. The discounts auto-applied, so there's no code needed, but you can add my code Catherine for 10% off as usual. The whole website will be from 10 to 70% off. I believe these new pieces launching will be 10% off. And then Buffbunny doesn't like to give me a lot of sale info like Alphalete does. I love how Alphalete gives me the prices of everything, so I can tell you guys, like, the Aura Sculpt jackets are going to be $38. By the way, hope you guys snagged one, because I snagged one for my mom. I hope she is not watching this. But Buffbunny just kind of gives like general sale info, and I feel like we got the least sale info of all time this year. So would have liked a little bit more, but I'm gonna do my best to just go through all of my favorite pieces that Buffbunny has launched in this past year. Also, my Black Friday sale list is live and will be in the description below. Every activewear brand I can find makes its way on that list, and I give you guys the link, what the discounts are, if there's any other sale information for you guys to know. And then if I have any product recommendations, you can view it in a chart format or in the calendar format. Basically, every brand's Black Friday sale is starting this Thursday, the 20th. So make sure to check out my list so you know everything that is going on. And without further ado, let's start talking about the new pieces. So unfortunately, the one new piece that is actually new is the Poshknit straight leg pants. And they did not let me get any. They are not available for PR. All of the exclusive athletes and affiliates were flown out for Buffbunny World 2 weekends ago, and they had the Poshknit straight leg pants. I guess I should have had someone pick a pair up for me, but my fingers were crossed that we'd be able to get these for PR. Sometimes if I beg, they will give me things for PR. I don't even want it for myself. I literally just want things to share the information for you guys. So these are their first kind of straight wide leg pant. You guys know I've tried all the wide leg pants. These will be in the Poshknit fabric, which is one of my favorite fabrics from Buffbunny. Luckily, I do have a little low quality video of me trying these on because I did try these as a sample about a month and a half ago. I don't think they've made any changes to them since, but since I'm a tall girly, Buffbunny often has me try things just to make sure they're the right length for the tall girlies. So I do have a little video of me trying them on, and I do have some thoughts. It's just not up to my typical review standards, but I hope this helps. So these will be a high rise wide leg fit. I don't have the rise measurement. If I had to guess, I want to say like 8.5 inches. It also goes up just a little bit in the back. There will be 3 length options, 31 inches for the short, 33 inches for the regular, and 35 inches for the tall. That is kind of standard for our wide leggings. For reference, Honor's straight leg pant were 35.5 inches and Alphalete's was 36. So Buffbunny at 35 is kind of a good length there. I recommend getting whatever length you normally get in flare leggings. If you're normally regular, get the regular. Don't be scared by a little extra length because wide and straight leg leggings, they do ride up. These are made of the Poshknit fabric, so super soft, brushed. They have some good flow to it. These do have a slight dip down in the front waistband, as well as a little bit of a seam detail to go up the front, kind of remind me of the contour pocket leggings there. We have curved seams in the back and a slightly shorter back rise seam, but no scrunch. These did not cause me any crotch tension, which my main issues with straight leg leggings tend to be crotch tension and riding up, and these did not have any crotch tension. They flare around mid-thigh, so a little bit longer than Honor and longer than Alphalete as well. Because of that, they don't ride up quite as much, but they definitely still do ride up like a moderate amount. So again, that's what that extra length is for, because they will kind of ride up a little bit. I found these very flattering on the glutes, but these did feel really good when I tried them on. I just wish we got more colors because I feel like Buffbunny, they do the most boring colors for flares and wide legs. Buffbunny, these are only coming in black, which is what I tried, and also a heather gray, which I've heard actually feels different than the black. And lastly, Poshknit does tend to be very squat proof, so I do anticipate that these will be squat proof. All right, now everything else we'll be talking about is all kind of restocks, so we're just gonna be kind of rapid fire reviewing with silent try-ons. We got some Halter seamless sports bras. Again, I got a size small and a medium. I definitely prefer the medium. This bra does feel a little bit snug. This is made of the Shape Seamless fabric, so it has a soft, stretchy, kind of marled, seamless appearance. Medium to full coverage and medium support. It's got this flattering V neckline, almost kind of like squared V neckline. I actually really like this bra because the coverage is really good. It's still nice and secure and large bust friendly, but you get a little cleavage moment. I never fall out of it. It's just a bra that I can trust in the gym. It has a little scrunch in the front, and it's also a long line bra. It has a little ribbed area along the bottom band, and it's a slight inverted V as well, which just kind of flatters the torso. This is a halter, but you guys know I kind of hate halters, so I keep this little T-strap on. This is removable, but it helps take some tension off the neck, so I do like to keep this one on, but it's still very open in the back. We have removable cut pads. There is a little tonal embroidered branding on the back. And just going over some of the colors, this is the red ombre. My packaging said vineyard red ombre, so I think this is the vineyard dark red to salsa red. Then this is the court ombre. So you have that high court purple color into the light, maybe love story, but I really liked this purple. And then there's also a garden ombre as well as empire ombre. So I'll put some photos of those on the screen. Yes, we're still going for the ombre. There are no solid seamless colors for this launch. I do like an ombre moment here and there. Call it chuggy. I don't care. I think it's cute. But I would have liked to see some solid colors as well. We got the Miracle Seamless shorts. We reviewed these in quite painstaking detail before. But just a quick breakdown of what these are. These are our bootylicious booty out pouching shorts. They're called the Miracle Seamless 6-inch shorts, but they're actually a 7-inch inseam. They are made of that same Shape Seamless fabric, very soft and stretchy seamless. They hit me about a high rise, and they have a ribbed seamless waistband that's sewn onto the body of the legging. No front seam, oval gusset. Then in the back, the seams are sewn on into a little V to do a little glute contouring. And there's no scrunch, but there is a short little back rise seam. So the seam sits between the cheeks. A benefit of that, flattering on the glutes, and you also don't get that shiny scrunch. Alphalete Amplify, most scrunch seamlesses, I've kind of learned to just ignore the shine, but if you really don't like that, that's a benefit of having this little short back rise seam. Then you get that ribbed compression area that sculpts the glutes and really gives them that rounded appearance. Quick comparison of this version to the Miracle Seamless we saw in Strong AF, where we saw the Miracle Seamless shorts for the first time. I'm really glad I did not size down in these ones specifically, because for some reason I'm getting a little bit of extra crotch tension in this collection. I don't exactly know what it is, and I'm not getting like a super visible camel toe, but like in certain positions, it does get a little bit uncomfortable in the crotch. I really could use a little bit less room in the glutes. And overall, I just feel like these, they have a very like wrinkly appearance when on. There's a little wrinkliness at the top of the glute, which kind of makes the glutes look a little bit deflated sometimes. And I felt like I get a lot of wrinkling along the front area too, where the soft body of the legging meets the ribbed area. You're either a Miracle Seamless girly or you're not. For me, I much prefer the Alphalete Pump leggings. I'll do a little comparison between the Miracle Seamless and the high rise Alphalete Pump shorts that just came out, because these are a high rise. So the Miracle Seamless, you have that 7-inch inseam. The high rise Alphalete Pumps about a 5-inch inseam. I just feel like I get a smoother, more subtle lift in the Alphalete Pump. The scrunch is definitely more prominent, but the way they fit me, they just fit me like a glove. And honestly, everyone I see in Alphalete Pump, it's still very smooth and lifting, and honestly tends to fit people pretty well. They do also have a mid-rise version, but I do see a lot of wrinkling in the Miracle Seamless, which I feel like the little wrinkling often catches my eye. So let me know what you guys think. We yapped about these for a little bit too long, I think. All right, we also have Miracle Seamless leggings. So I only got these in the court ombre, but we have that similar high rise ribbed waistband sewn onto the body of the leggings. We have the oval gusset. We have the 3 levels of compression. With the Miracle Seamless leggings, the 3 levels of compression are a little bit more visible, and you also get that ribbing down the back of the thigh. With the shorts, you don't get that, so that it doesn't compress the thighs too much, but this does give you good cellulite coverage in the back. Curved glute seams, short back rise seam, you get that sculpted look, very stretchy overall. Quick comparison between these and the Strong AF version. I did hear that this high court one specifically is running just like a teeny bit bigger, which does kind of make sense because I am just getting a little bit more wrinkling of the upper glute area. That's the thing I really focus on with these, is I just feel like it makes my glutes look a little bit deflated. I really flip-flop on the Miracle Seamless because I do think that the colors are really cute. I know ombre is not for everyone, but they come out with these in so many colors and I really want to love them, but this launch I just wasn't really feeling the fit. My Miracle Seamless leggings in ultraviolet have been the best fit I've had so far with the Miracles, but I don't like that it's so inconsistent between the colors. All right, now we're moving on to some tops. First up, we have halo tees. These are only coming in black and white. I got the full length version because I just prefer the full length versus the baby tee since I am so tall. These are modal spandex, very soft, breathable material. The cons, they are a bit sheer, especially in light colors, and they also show sweat very quickly. So if you're a gym sweater, these will be showing sweat right away. There's nothing wrong with sweat, but sometimes I'm like, I didn't even sweat and somehow they're showing sweat. It's a body skimming fit and just very slightly loose at the hem. It does have a kind of contoured hem detail, as well as some little seams that go down the front and just kind of give the body some shape. I will say in both this and the long sleeve version that I got in this collection specifically, it does feel a little bit more snug than usual. So keep that in mind. If you sized down before, I probably wouldn't be sizing down this time. Okay, so excuse my skin. It's mad at me today, so it's all red, but I got what was supposed to be the full length halo tee and long sleeve, but they're actually like entirely new pieces. So I'll do a little three-way comparison of the baby tee, the new length, which is kind of a middle length, and then the full length tee, all made of the same fabric. I'll insert the lengths on the screen here, but expect a waist length fit for the baby tee, kind of a high hip length fit for the new one. They didn't call the short sleeve a hip tee, but I'm kind of anticipating that that's what it is. And then the full length is an over hip length. All right, then we got our halo long sleeve baby tees and our halo long sleeve tee made of the same modal spandex blend. I actually really do like the long sleeves. They have this nice little double thickness cuff at the end with a thumb hole, which I love. Crew neckline, we still have those flattering seams in the front, little Buffbunny embroidered logo on the side. The baby tee is more waist length and the full length tee is more full length, but it just does feel shorter. Okay, I just measured my new halo long sleeve tee and it is 3 inches shorter than my halo long sleeve tee that I just got last time, and they said there were no changes. So let me just make sure I didn't accidentally order the baby tee. This is definitely not the halo long sleeve baby tee. Same as the short sleeves. With the long sleeves, we do have that baby tee length, that intermediate hip length now. This is the only one that's launching. The intermediate hip length is launching instead of this full length. So again, I'll put the measurements on the screen. You're gonna get a waist length for the baby tee, a hip length for the black and white that's launching. They still do have the full length long sleeves on the website, and these are going to be an over hip length. The twisted curve sports bra is back. This one is actually from my launch over a year ago. Time has flown. Basically, it's the more large bust friendly version of all the cute little twisty sports bras we've seen. This one is a size small, but I'm gonna compare my size small versus medium. I do recommend sizing up. This one is quite snug. And while I stay secure in my size small, I do just get a little bit of spillage, so I do prefer my size medium. This is a plunging neckline sports bra with a little twist detail in the front, made of the Newbury fabric. It's about a medium coverage, but the support is pretty good. And we get the support one from the back. The back is actually fully covered, so it's almost kind of more like a crop in the back. We have the tonal branding back there, and then we actually have molded cup padding that gives a nice amount of shaping and support as well. It just kind of keeps the girls in place. I really wish Buffbunny would do more molded cup padding sports bras. This is definitely one of my favorite sports bras when I want to feel secure but also have a little cleavage moment. I also have seen a lot of smaller cup size girlies really loving this bra too, because it really gives your girls a nice lift. We also have the exposed mesh jacket. This one is actually from way back in the Naked collection years ago. It is a polyester spandex mesh. This one is said to have no changes. This is my old one, so I can't compare. I just don't really wear this jacket very much, so I wasn't gonna get a second one. We have a little collar made of a kind of more sleek performance material. It's a mid-length crop fit, so it's longer than your long length sports bras, but it's not hitting my waist. The whole thing is a very sheer mesh. The sleeves have a little folded detail that gives it a little bit of shape. We have that same kind of performance material as little cuffs, and it's a full zip, and it also has zippered pockets on the front. Quick comparison between the exposed mesh jacket and that girl jacket. That girl jacket, this is the one we just saw in Lift Like a Lady. It has very similar features, but I think the exposed mesh jacket is just a little bit more wearable. The That Girl jacket has a little bit less mesh. You have this kind of like tailored cummerbund almost detail at the bottom. It is a little bit longer of a fit. It's more opaque along the body, so you don't really see through the mesh as much. Then we have this kind of pleated little mesh detail all throughout. The sleeves are also half opaque, half mesh, and have more of that little pleated detail. We also have thumb holes on this one, but there are no pockets. So the exposed mesh jacket, a little bit more lightweight, a little bit simpler. That girl jacket has a little bit more going on and a little bit more coverage. All right, then a big chunk of the Black Friday collection is a bunch of graphic tees, tanks, and long sleeves. So starting out, I did get 2 tees, and I'm pretty picky with my graphic tees. I don't really like a lot of them, but these 2 I felt like were really cute and went well with the Miracle Seamless ones that I got. So starting out with these short sleeve cotton graphic tees, these are 100% cotton. I did get mediums because I just wanted them to be slightly oversized. This one has a little squatting skeleton with some fun roses, and I just felt like the roses went well with my court seamless. It's a lightweight cotton, so it's not like too stiff or anything. It has a good amount of flow to it, but yeah, I liked this one. And then I also got this little cherry weights one. Basically these little cherry plates. So the plates are red and they kind of look like a cherry. I did actually cut this one myself and crop it. I feel like I need to crop it just a little bit more, but again, I did get a size medium, and to crop it, I just put it on, marked where I wanted to crop it, and then just cut it. And then you just kind of pull the edge a little bit so that it rolls and just gets a little grungy effect. So these are 2 of the tees that I liked. They also will have a couple crop tees. This is one of the new ones. This is the One More cropped tee. It's a slightly above a waist cropped fit. This one is also 100% cotton, still that kind of like light to mid-weight. Got a little flow to it, not too heavy, but it's a nice soft cotton. Crew neck, short sleeves. They do have another style in this cropped fit as well. I did stick to a size small in the crop. I just don't like my crops to be super boxy, so they're already a little bit oversized in my normal size. So this is an old style, but I just wanted to show the little muscle tanks that they have. The tanks are $34. We have a crew neckline. They do have some graphics going on. They are a muscle tee fit, so they do scoop pretty good underneath the arms. And then they're an over hip length fit. Slightly relaxed fit, so I would stick with your normal size. There will also be long sleeve tees. These are also 100% cotton. They have a nice little stretchy ribbed cuff. Unisex relaxed fit. I wear a size small in this one. It's also an over hip length, so just a unisex fit. Okay, you guys, we've made it to the Black Friday portion of the video. So like I said, Buffbunny gives me little to no information about the sale, so I can't provide too much information for you guys. I can say that everything is 10 to 70% off. I believe everything in the new collection should be 10% off, and you can use my code Catherine for 10% off extra at checkout. So the only information I have from them is that it's 25% off select fan favorites, 20% off black clothing items, 30% off bright fun color clothing items, and all launches prior to Vita will be 70% off. So normally they say up to a certain amount, so I don't know if like every piece will actually be 70% off or what. Okay, popping in for an update. Actually, the new pieces will fall into the black and color categories. So all of the new pieces in black will be 20% off, and all of the new pieces in any color besides black will be 30% off, which is kind of crazy for new pieces. So it's actually better than expected. Usually it's only 10% for new pieces. So I'm just gonna go through some of my favorite Buffbunny pieces from the year. I don't know how much they're going to be on sale, but if you're looking for some recommendations, here's what I got. Also, everything will be true to size unless I say otherwise, so stick with your normal size. So in terms of tops, 100%. The seamless long sleeve tops and seamless long sleeve baby tees, they're way better than the halo material in my opinion. They're a little bit more sweat wicking, they retain a little bit more shape. I love them for walks and cardio, and they just feel a little bit higher quality. I've absolutely been living in these, even though they only come in some bright colors, but I do highly recommend those. The Colorado zip jacket, forever one of my favorite jackets. It's my go-to jacket in the winter because it has a sleek material on the outside, but it has kind of a fuzzy fleece lining, so it's nice and warm. It's an over hip length, full zip. It's not too snug, so you're not getting a BBL fit, but you can kind of layer things underneath sometimes. We have zip pockets, thumb holes, and this was a jacket that was actually supposed to be in my collection, and my number one thing I wanted was the little hand pockets. So they do have the little hand pockets. It's a great jacket for when you wanted to keep a little bit warmer. Top picks for bottoms. Everyday airbrush pocket shorts have been one of my go-to running shorts. They have a nice high rise. They're made of a compressive, sleek performance material, 7-inch inseam. They don't ride up when you run. We have side pockets and flattering little contour seams in the back. They have solid colors as well as contrast colors. The Micro Legacy legging, again, something from my collection that was brought back. We saw them in Lift Like a Lady. I find these super flattering. They're just a little bit more of an elevated look compared to the classic Legacy legging. They have a high rise instead of an ultra high rise. No front seam, of course, and then the tri-seam in the back is just a little bit more contoured around the glutes, made of the Newbury fabric. The Legacy pocket leggings as well, I have really grown to love this year. They're a little bit lower rise again compared to the Legacy leggings, so they're that nice high rise. They have a flattering little V in the front of the waistband, and we got pockets. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older, but I'm just looking for more functional pieces lately, and when I go on my walks, I want a pocket in my leggings. And for so long, brands were just not giving us anything with pockets, so I really love having the Legacy pocket leggings. Those are made of the Newbury fabric as well. And then the candid crosswaist legging is another one actually from my collection. No surprise that I like it. We did see this get restocked in some new colors this year. High-rise fit is a crossover waistband with a slight V. No front seam. There's also a little elastic up the back rise. I do recommend sizing up in this one. In my normal size, I get camel toe. In my size up, zero problems. So highly recommend sizing up. A lot of people preferred sizing up in these as well. These are also made of the butter fabric. I have been getting less issues with butter in the past year. The design team did say they were working on it being a little bit more durable, and honestly, I have noticed that. I still prefer Poshknit and Newbury, but I feel like I've been missing crosswaist leggings a little bit recently, so I have been reaching for those. On to sports bras. We actually got a good number of flattering, larger bust friendly sports bras this year. The curve sports bra is one of my favorites, especially for like yoga and Pilates. It's low impact, but it has that high neckline, so when you lean forward, you don't just fall out. It has a flattering underbust contour detail. It's made of the butter fabric and just has this very smooth, seamless look. I actually do like butter for sports bras. This one has space for cup pads, but it doesn't come with cup pads, and I don't even insert my own cup pads on this one. I do recommend sizing up in this one. It's very snug in my normal size small, so I wear a medium. We also have the double dip sports bra. It has that similar, very smooth, seamless look and in the butter fabric compared to the curved sports bra, but it's just a bit more of a classic sports bra shape. There is a little elastic along the bottom to keep you nice and secure, prevent you from falling out. Straight up and down straps. They did move in the straps a couple launches ago, so they don't slide off the shoulders. Very comfortable, good coverage, not super high impact, but a reliable sports bra for me. The Rosita sports bra, I feel like this one didn't really get its moment this year because it came a little bit late in Teresa's Vita collection. This is basically the Rosa sports bra with a more short line fit. There's an elastic along the bottom, it keeps you nice and secure. The coverage is really good. It has really great support. It actually does have a little bit more coverage compared to the updated Rosa as well. The Poshknit sports bra. What I wouldn't give to have the Poshknit sports bra and the Poshknit scrunch leggings in the same colors in the same year. We didn't get the Poshknit scrunch leggings at all this year, I don't think, which is a crime in and of itself. But the Poshknit sports bra, one of my favorite Buffbunny bras of the year. Flattering slight V neckline. It has this underbust contour detail. It's a long line and it has adjustable strap. It's large cup size friendly, but I just feel like it has all the elements of a sports bra that I'm looking for with the flattering fit and adjustable straps, but it's still really cute. And the last sports bra is the Wicked sports bra. This is a great running sports bra. It's very functional. We have a high neck, little contour detail above the bust, secure elastic along the rib cage. There's little mesh pockets at the sides to put any gels or anything. Personally, I don't ever put anything in the sports bra, but I have used the phone pocket that goes between the shoulder blades before, and that is also a very useful pocket if you just want to have your phone. You really don't feel it there. I really like that the bottom band has this adjustable elastic element that you can just tighten it to wherever you want it to be. And I'm very picky about my running bras, but this is actually a bra that I run in. I love the material. I wish we had it in more fun colors. Couple other recommendations. Bend and snap dress. Of course, she's come back in multiple colors. Flattering fit and flare. There's a little elastic for support under the bust, removable cups, adjustable straps, flowy fit, flattering seam detail, performance material. One of my favorite dresses. I wear these all the time in the summer. I have like 5 colors and I could have more. I also really like the Story sporty dress. This one also, even though it doesn't have an elastic under the bust, it's nice and compressive and still fits really well up there. It does have removable cups. The straps are not adjustable, but I don't really need them to be. Tank straps, cute little cutout in the back. And one of the reasons I really like this one is as a tall girl, it's a 5-inch inseam and a little bit longer of a skirt. So this is definitely one of my go-to dresses for the tall girlies. The Story Cloud pullover and shorts, I'm wearing it right now. This comes in red, and I think the red would be so cute for the holidays. Cloud is my favorite Buffbunny sweat material. It's soft, it retains its shape, and it has stretch. The crew is more of a cropped fit, but it does overlap with the short waistband. It has this little oversized slouchy fit. We got ribbed cuffs, crew neck neckline. The shorts have an elastic waistband with a drawstring on the inside. They also launched the plush fleece straight leg pants this year. This is Buffbunny's warmest sweat material. It has this super thick plush fleece lining. So this is the outside. The inside has this ultra thick plush fleece. It's a heavyweight material for my girlies in the colder climates. It's a cotton polyester spandex, so it also has a little bit of stretch to it. I actually prefer sizing down in the pants. The green ones I have are small. They're just a little bit baggier than I want. You can definitely stay true to size if you like a little bit of a relaxed fit, but you can definitely size down. And these also come in 3 lengths. I have the tall length and they are quite long. In the last piece in the other category, the Poshknit bodysuit is, I think, the best bodysuit that any brand has ever made. The way this fits me so perfectly, it has a flattering V neckline, adjustable straps. It has a full built-in shelf liner with removable cups, so the underbust support is really good. Poshknit material is super soft. There is a little elastic up the back rise, but it doesn't give me any camel toe. And the way that they did this little back cutout detail and the way that this bodysuit just snatches the waist, I can't believe this is still on the website, and I highly recommend this one. I also really love the shadow berry color. It's also long torso friendly, but I've seen it on people of all different heights, and I feel like everyone really likes this one. And lastly, accessories. The pillow mini tote. That is my go-to bag for solid core. I just think it's the cutest little size. I always get compliments on it. It has a little internal zip pocket. It fits my phone, my wallet, even like a little mini water bottle. I actually get so much use out of that bag. And then the ultimate pocket duffel. I wasn't sure about her. I've tried to switch to other gym bags and I keep switching back to my ultimate pocket duffel. It just has every pocket that I could ever want, and I really like to have everything in a separate pocket at the gym. I don't like to hunt through just like one big section of my bag. So I like that I can just open it up. It has everything. It's quite a large gym bag. I got a lot of stuff. Fits a barbell pad, fits my water bottle. Like, I just got everything in there. All right, you guys, that is everything launching for Buffbunny Black Friday and my top picks. I hope this video was helpful. I'll put the Dropbox link of everything launching and all of the sale info that I got, which isn't very much, but I'm doing my best. I also have my full Black Friday list and my monthly giveaway down below. Anyone can enter my monthly giveaway, whether you use my codes or not. But you do get extra entries if you do use my codes. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. Shop responsibly. If you don't really see anything you don't like, but you feel like FOMO from not shopping, give yourself a day and think about it, and you'll probably forget you even had launch FOMO. Launch FOMO goes away so quickly. I do really like shopping Black Friday sales because they tend to be the best sales of the year, but you're not saving any money if you didn't really want the piece to begin with. So that's always my reminder. We have a lot of sales going on. It can be a lot of pressure. If it's just too much for you, I said this on my Instagram story the other day, sometimes I like to just watch hauls and reviews, and it makes me feel like I shopped, even though I didn't. So I have plenty of videos for you guys to watch if you just want to kind of get rid of that shopping urge. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.